Welcome to Claire and Khadija Coping with Corona in College Through Crafting. Today I am going to assemble this bee tote bag that we just got in at Hip Stitch today. Just cut this panel up. This panel comes with everything you need to assemble one tote bag. It's got the handles and it's got the main part. But I'm going to make mine today with a lining. So for the lining, I cut half a yard of Painter's Palette Ancient Gold. That is the color here. It matches the bees perfectly. But anything you want for the lining. And the first thing I'm going to do to assemble this tote bag is I'm going to cut out everything on this panel, and out of my lining fabric, I'm going to just cut out this main bag part. So my bag panel is cut out. The next thing I'm going to do is take this little pocket that says, "This bag belongs to blank." And I'm going to take this and fold in a 1/2 inch on each side and a 1/2 inch on the top and bottom and iron that down. Okay, now that I have all 4 sides ironed down at a 1/2 inch, I'm going to stitch down just this top here, and at the same time, I'm going to sew together my strap. So I have my 2 strap pieces here. I'm going to place them right sides together, just flipping one over onto the other, and I'm going to sew down these 3 sides here, leaving this 4th open so that I can turn it right side out. This pocket that we have stitched down the top of, the next thing I'm going to do is pin this onto my lining piece. We've already ironed down at a 1/2 inch, so I'm just going to pin this down. Okay, from here, I'm going to stitch down the remaining 3 sides of my pocket on the lining. And at the same time, I'm going to turn my little strap inside out from the side that I left open. So I've just turned my strap inside out, so the right sides are facing out now, and I'm going to go ahead and iron this down. And a bit of a stylistic choice, but I'm going to do a top stitch around the edges of the strap just for a bit more stability. And at the same time, I'm going to take my main bag panel, this bee kind, and I'm going to flip it right sides together with my lining so that the right side will be facing this pocket. I'm going to go ahead and stitch all the way around this edge, leaving a slight gap at the top so that I can turn it right side out.
Around me, I lovingly care, really care.
top stitched along my strap, and the next thing I'm going to do is turn this main bag panel right side out. I'm going to fold it right sides together, be kind on be kind, so that my lining is facing up, and I'm just going to stitch down both of these sides here. Alright, now that I have the sides of this bag stitched, I am going to, with my lining still facing out, mark up on each of the sides and on the bottom at the 2-inch mark, like so. And then I'm going to stitch from 2-inch mark to 2-inch mark on each side, and then I'm going to trim the excess, just making the sort of boxed bottom. Right side out, so that Be Kind is facing outward. And I am going to line up my handle on each of the sides, pinning it in place. And then I am just going to top stitch along the whole edge of this bag. Our Be Kind tote bag. And that is today's rendition of Khadija and Claire coping with Corona in college through crafting. Thank you, and I will see you next time.